Hey everybody, it's Hussein Kabani, your favorite broker, and guess what? I got more information about Pickering. So this is something I'm very interested in. I am very interested in development. So if you know me, you know that over the last little while, I'm slowly trying to build my knowledge about development, how building permits work and all these things. Not that I'm saying I want to become a builder or anything, but I think it's a very cool process. And I'm very interested, so I want to learn more about it. In saying that, I've been actually keeping up with what the city talks are about developments and infill developments especially. And there's been a buzz going around Pickering right now about changes to the infill development. So at a very high level, because it hasn't actually came out, I want to explain a little bit of what's going on with that, okay? So there are the more mature communities of Pickering, which have these nice bungalows. They're sitting on anywhere between 50 and 100 feet frontage, so the front of the property is that big, and they have depths of anywhere between like 110 to 300 feet. Like there are some nice properties out there that people are looking at buying, knocking down the existing property and building on them again. So it sounds easy, but there's a lot of complicated things that go along with it. One of the complicated things I can tell you about right away is that, you know, just because you bought a 60-foot lot doesn't mean that you're going to be able to sever it, because there's different zoning bylaws in different areas. One quick example I can give you guys is there used to be this property on Spruce Hill. Okay, so on Spruce Hill in Pickering, really nice street, it used to be basically 79 feet by almost around 300 feet deep. On the other side of Spruce Hill, there's another street called Wind Garden. So on Wind Garden, basically they had from Spruce Hill backing onto Wind Garden, they had 79 feet by 300. So on Wind Garden, what they were able to do is basically on Wind Garden, you have to have a minimum of 40 feet to be able to subdivide and build two houses over there. But because it was only a half foot, they got an exception, a minor variance to be able to split the lot and do 39 and a half and 39 and a half. But on Spruce Hill, the zoning is completely different. You can't do it. You got to at least have a minimum of 50. So what this developer ended up doing was on Spruce Hill, they built this really nice house. It looked gorgeous, okay? But they had to build it on the full 79 feet. And at the back lot, they actually did subdivide that into 39 and a half feet each. And then I believe another developer took that piece on and built houses there. So there are different zoning bylaws for different areas, so it is a little bit different. So now what's happening with the city of Pickering is that there has been talk about changing the infill development zoning. So now that you have all of these bungalows around and people are starting to knock down these bungalows, subdivide these lands, and build these monster houses, there's a positive and a negative, conversation that's going on about this. The positive conversation is going on is that these people that have owned these properties, a lot of them have been in these properties for a very long time. They're very small bungalows. They're coming up, a lot of these guys are coming up to their retirement stages and stuff like that. And they know they have a very nice nest egg over there. So they know that their property is worth a lot of money to a developer that wants to come in and build this monster house. I call it a monster house, but much bigger than what the footprint exists of right now. And make a profit on it. So they can get really good land value basically for their property. On the other side, what we have is another argument of these people that don't really want to see this happen because they're having this big house built right beside them. So this conversation is kind of going back and forth. And at the end of it, what might end up happening, and nothing has been decided about this yet, this is an ongoing conversation with the city, is that they might start to change what we call side yard setbacks and front yard setbacks. And basically what that means is that side yard setbacks, typically it might be something like you got to leave 7 feet on one side from your property line to where you start building, and on the other side you got to leave 5 feet from the property line to where you start building. They might start to tighten these things in, okay? And also what they might do is that they might not let you push the property back so much. So it actually adjusts the architectural of the property, the size that you can also build. Another thing they might also look at is what we call covered square feet, okay? So basically what it is that if you have a certain amount of square feet on your land that you've bought or where the property is, you can build 35% or 40% or 25%, depending on what zoning you fall into. They might actually claw this back. So now instead of you being able to build 3,500 square feet, you might only be able to build 2,500 square feet. So this is going to cause a little bit of an issue in the market. One thing right off the bat is that if you've probably purchased land prior to this and kind of holding off and wanting to build something and you don't have your permits in, at this point right now, if they're going to pass this new zoning bylaw, I think you're too late at this point if you're watching this, if they do pass it. But other than that, it could actually screw up someone's plan who has, a potential of like, say, hey, I bought this land, I'm going to rent it out right now, this bungalow, and I'm going to come back in 5 years and build my dream home. You might actually have a problem doing that. So moving forward, we might actually have problems on people that are looking at buying these lots. They might not be as valuable anymore. So, because they can't create what they were able to create before. And so these land values will go down. In turn, the people that are selling it who thought that they had this, nest egg is going to be much smaller than what they expected it to be. So there's a lot of things that are going on over here and a lot of different factors at play. Again, I'm not sure how this is going to land, but there is some serious talk about changing some of these zoning bylaws. Now, again, I don't have all the information, but if you guys have something specific that you guys want to know, I'll be more than happy to look into it and get back to you. I may even already know the answer of what you're looking for. I need you guys to do me a favor. I need you to like this. I need you to comment on this. I want you to tell me what you guys think about this. When you see a small bungalow being torn down, the land being subdivided, then you got 2 other homes, big homes being built in that area, how do you feel about that? Is this something that you might be interested in doing? I really want to hear about it because I'm really interested. Until next time, guys, remember one thing, get Cabani, get sold.
Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold.